I'm sure you already know why you're here. If you don't, try doing that thing where you retrace your digital steps until you have that "oh, that's what I was doing" moment. VPNs are pretty powerful tools that help us maintain an ounce of privacy on the internet, while also giving us access to foreign streaming catalogs. Obviously, there's a lot more to them than that, but those are the two primary reasons the average person uses a VPN. These nifty little tools aren't just exclusive to your desktop though. In fact, if you've got an Android device, then you've got a number of options at your disposal. So today, I'm going to take you through some of the best and worst Android VPNs out there. But just to make things a little bit more interesting, I'm going to play a game of Jenga throughout this video. If I lose, then you guys can make fun of me all you want in the comments, and if I win, then I'll have the satisfaction of knowing that you'll have nothing to make fun of me for. Right? So without any further ado, let's get into the video. Hit it! Woo! That was close. Okay, so starting us off with the favorite of the internet, ExpressVPN, which, by the way, we have a discount link for in the description of this video. Give it a click and you'll receive 49% off your ExpressVPN subscription. How cool is that? Now, ExpressVPN really ticks all of the boxes. While it's a little bit more expensive than its competition, it is certainly one of the best and most consistent performers around. It's a fantastic option for privacy, thanks to its strict no-logging policy that ensures none of your identifying information is logged. It uses the Open VPN protocol in tandem with AES 256 encryption, keeping all of your data secure from pesky internet spies. ExpressVPN also recently included its own protocol called Lightway. It's just as secure and offers quicker connection and download speeds. Of course, the great thing about ExpressVPN is that it can be used on practically any device. It's got apps for mobile devices and desktop computers, including Chromebooks and Linux systems. The company does a fantastic job of regularly updating its apps, and most bugs that we've come across are often fixed in good time. Android users will enjoy a beautiful interface with controls that are easy to understand and a wonderfully simple setup process. Simply open up the app, hit the on button to use the VPN, choose a VPN location, either from the list of recommended locations or from a list of available options, and you're done. ExpressVPN works across a range of Android devices, including Samsung, Nokia, Huawei, LG, Google Pixel, and more. You'll also be able to auto-connect to untrusted Wi-Fi networks, enjoy the benefits of advanced leak protection, in-app troubleshooting for your technophobic moments, and a network protection kill switch that will stop all traffic if ExpressVPN can't connect. For its excellent privacy features and comprehensive app suite, we're putting ExpressVPN in the great category. Nice! Okay, next up, it's the spooky CyberGhost. CyberGhost offers one of the largest VPN server networks in the world, accessed by a pretty little client, and powered by the latest and greatest in the world of VPN technologies. However, it doesn't include some of the privacy features that its competitors do. CyberGhost offers no spy servers, which are, according to the company, specially tuned servers in a high security facility in Romania, which is also CyberGhost's home. Additionally, this VPN offers malware and ad blocking. While these can be useful features, I generally recommend using a standalone third-party ad blocker and antivirus software for the best results. Now, CyberGhost Android app gives you access to some pretty sweet benefits, like Wi-Fi Protect, which will let you know when you're about to connect to a public network with no security. It also offers One Tap Connect, which helps you hide your IP with just one tap, thanks to the app's simple, fresh UI design. While it might offer some pretty good security and privacy features, I'm not a fan of the less than adequate integrated ad blocking. And of course, the high subscription cost, which starts at a steep $12.99 a month, which is a bit of a letdown too. So I'll be putting CyberGhost in the good category. Let's have a look here. Oh, that's not good. Ah, come on. Give me something. Give me some. Ah! Ding!
Good tense.
NordVPN is up next, and you'll be happy to know that we've got you, a special discount link in the description of this video, which will get you 68% off it if you use it to sign up. Now that is a steal if you ask me.
Nobody asked Josh.
Its accelerated Nord link speeds, Bitcoin support, and P2P optimized servers makes NordVPN an almost irresistible choice. While it doesn't have the best OpenVPN speeds, it's a great VPN all round and works well for Android devices. NordVPN scores quite well in the privacy category, thanks to its strong AES 256 GCM encryption, as well as perfect forward secrecy support to regularly change keys. This means that even if a nasty internet villain manages to penetrate one of your browsing sessions, they'll be locked out of the next one. This VPN also has a few other tricks up its sleeve that help boost your privacy further, like Onion over VPN, which routes your traffic through NordVPN's own network first, before directing it over the Onion network and to its final destination. While this extra layer of privacy does slow the service down a little bit, it does make it super difficult for anyone to trace activity back to you. Now, NordVPN's Android app is compatible with Android 6.0 and above, so you'll be able to take full advantage of its features even if your phone is a little bit out of date. These features include malware protection via NordVPN's Malware Protection Lite, one-tap security, as well as kill switch protection for Android 8 and above. All my technophobe viewers will be delighted to know that NordVPN has an extensive range of over 50 tutorials that explain how you can set the app up, including coverage of 20 different platforms, Android included. For its excellent privacy features, swift connection speeds, and great user support, I'm putting NordVPN in the great category. Way to go, buddy! Oh! Oh yeah, okay. Let's take a look at Proton VPN next. So if you hate paying for things, then you'll be happy to know that Proton VPN offers some of the best free subscription tiers out there. If you don't mind paying for things, then its paid tiers offers great access to a range of privacy tools for a perfectly reasonable price, with the basic plan costing just $4.35. Now, unfortunately, that's pretty much where Proton VPN's pros end. My testing found that Proton VPN reduced upload and download speed test results by more than 80% and 70% respectively, while also increasing latency by an alarming 77%. Of course, your results might differ, so take those stats with a grain of salt. The app will direct you to use the quickest server in the country of your choice, which is nice, but that's about it for unique functionality. It offers Proton's signature Secure Core VPN, which protects your connection by running your traffic through several servers before leaving the Proton network for added security. The app also comes with NetShield, which is the company's ad blocker that not only filters out those pesky ads, but also protects you from malware and other harmful internet processes. So overall, Proton VPN is just an okay VPN and could be a good choice if you're not a fan of coughing up your hard-earned cash. And for this reason, I'm going to put it in the okay tier. There's got to be an easy one here somewhere. Come on. Let's have a look on this side. There we go. That's better. I'm getting pretty good at this. Moving swiftly along, it's the internet's favourite aquatic carnivore, SurfShark. We've got a discount link for you in the description of this video. You know what to do. SurfShark has long been a force to be reckoned with in the VPN world, boasting a large collection of privacy tools, a fantastic app, and unlimited device connections. Its full sweep of features totally justifies its slightly pricier monthly plan, in my opinion. One of SurfShark's most appealing features is Whitelister, which is a split tunneling tool that lets you decide which apps and websites to use your VPN connection and which don't. It's endlessly useful, since some sites block VPN access, so you'll have to disable it to get them. Multi-hop is another feature that you don't see in many VPNs nowadays. It creates a VPN connection to a server, then bounces your traffic to another server to provide some extra security. Some of the highlights of this VPN security suite include a custom DNS service called Smart DNS, and an ad blocker called CleanWeb, SurfShark Alert, and SurfShark Search, which is a search tool that respects your privacy. There's so much to love about SurfShark that it's impossible not to put it in the excellent category. So that's exactly where it'll go. I want to try and get one out on this. Oh, that was too easy. Still not over yet.
The suspense is terrible. He's gonna go this time. I hope it'll last.
Come on. Aha! Okay, finally, we've got IP Vanish. It's a relatively obscure VPN that's compatible with most devices out there, allowing for several simultaneous connections. Unfortunately, if you are looking for a VPN to let you watch your favorite K-dramas from foreign Netflix catalogs, then IP Vanish is going to disappoint you. You're only able to access Netflix through their US servers, which basically means that you'll only be able to access American Netflix catalogs. Kind of a letdown, but if streaming is not that important to you, then it's not too disappointing. However, IP Vanish does let you access HBO, Crunchyroll, NBC Sports, and a few other streaming websites. As for privacy, IP Vanish uses AES 256 encryption, as well as various security protocols that suit different needs. IP Vanish happens to have one of the most impressive Android apps that we've ever seen. It includes a navigation menu with direct links fixed to the bottom of all app screens, which makes for quick access throughout the app. You'll also be able to build a favorites list for your most used servers, so you can save a little more time when activating the VPN. And perhaps most interestingly is IP Vanish's Open VPN Scramble, which serves as an extra layer to counteract sites with firewalls that detect a VPN. Overall, it's a fairly basic VPN that doesn't have a whole lot to offer, which is why I'm just going to slide it into the OK category. All right. I want this one. Come on. Oh. Hey. And there you have it, folks. Our tiered list of some of the most popular VPNs for Android devices. You agree with our rankings? Let us know in the comments section below. And that brings us to the end of this video. Now, if you enjoyed watching it and you want to catch all of our other videos, then be sure to subscribe and give this video a thumbs up. Your help supports the channel a lot.
No, God! No, God, please, no! No! No!